Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome to another challenge. Today we got ourselves a brand new challenge here in Splatoon 3 that's actively going on, so let's just jump straight into the lobby and participate in today's challenge. And today's challenge is none other than a weapon specific challenge. Supreme Sloshers. Go forth and slosher the opposition. Do your slosher strats have what it takes? Let's find out. Players can only choose the different varieties of the slosher type of weapon, and both the primary and secondary abilities are enabled for this challenge. So, pretty straightforward rule set. It's just, hey, use buckets. That's it, have fun. Nothing else. And as the challenge name implies, that is the only weapon we can pick. So, jumping in here, we will see we have a total of 13 sloshers to pick from, 12 when you're not counting the Order Slosher replica, as this is just basically a reskin of one of the other sloshers. Let's not get ourselves here. But 12 unique slosher weapons we can use. And as always, I have some freshest fits prepared for this said challenge. So we're going to jump straight into things with the Order Slosher replica. And we're using the Splatfest tee, and we got a Splatfest upcoming, so if you're watching this video as it goes live on YouTube, there will be a Splatfest this upcoming weekend. So keep an eye on your subscription feed for a live stream appearing on Saturday for the food-specific theme Splatfest. So what would you rather eat for the rest of the time, essentially? Would you eat every day bread, rice, or pasta? And we are on Team Rice, which is very fitting to wear this shirt and use an order weapon because very similar shades of white. But that's enough rambling. Without any further ado, it's time to jump into the challenge itself. As always, we're going to be playing our 5 rounds here, get a feel of the said challenge, get a qualifying power, and then from there I'll be playing more of this after the challenge is done, see if I can increase my said power after the fact. But this challenge here is one of the rare challenges of Clam Blitz being the actual mode in question. So we haven't had that many Clam Blitz challenges for the most part. If you see Clam Blitz in a rotation for the challenge series, for the most part, it's probably just a monthly challenge that has Clam Blitz. So having Clam Blitz be a mode here is very different. So let's just jump straight in here with our first game on Inkblot Art Academy. Got ourselves 2 slosher machines I saw, and the other team just has a variety of different weapons. We have Tri-Slosher, but I'm trying to see which kind. Both sides have the normal one, so no tacticaler for this one. Maybe next time. But immediately want to just go ahead and check the map, trying to see what people are doing here. Because the main objective for Clam Blitz is just grabbing the clams to put in the basket. We need 8 and told to even form a power clam in general, so these games are going to take a while. It's probably one of our longer challenge videos, specifically because Clam Blitz itself is a very long rank mode. These games normally do not end with a knockout. They normally go the full 5 minutes, sometimes even going into overtime. And even those times, it can be a lot of overtime, because if neither team has scored and overtime starts, the overtime itself will last for 2 more minutes, which means you can be playing for upwards of 7 minutes in Clam Blitz, making this the longest game mode in all Splatoon. So hopefully that doesn't happen. We'll see. But right now, it's definitely looking like a slow start here. Neither side has gotten any clams in baskets. And it's not helping that no one can actually get enough clams to even form a power clam itself. So right now, we're going to have to be careful, trying to retreat, but still collect these clams when we can. I do have Tri-Strike ready, so I'm just going to throw this to kind of pressure back. And we don't really have enough clams, so at this point, we're really just trying to see if we can push them out of their base area to make play later. Gotta be careful here. Okay, there you go. I'm not going in for that. That's actually a death sentence. So the sloshers are a unique style weapon because you fling a specific path of ink, and depending on the slosher you play too, you can use that to like slosh around the area, hence the name. You can use the slosher turning around and hit more of the ground with your paint, which is actually a really, really cool thing for very specific sloshers. Not all of them can do this. It's mainly just normal slosher. and the Dreadringer. Those are the two specifically that can do this little trick. I gotta get back. Yeah, that's why. I didn't know there was the Slosher machine down below. I was just fighting the guy up above. I don't know if I can even get that clam. Doesn't look like it, so that's gonna despawn, which that's okay. When you get 8 clams, you will hold on to it for as long as possible, but when it is dropped, you only have a few seconds for that clam itself will go away. The only exception is the pity clam, which we're going to be getting here in a minute from our base. The pity clam itself is a clam that will always stay on the field. So that's the exception to the rule there, which is really helpful. Also, in that situation, you saw my teammate had 7 power clams, and we were ready to make a push in. So I threw another clam at my teammate, and we formed one. So that's a rare thing you'll see in solo queue, because a lot of people don't think of doing that. But if you can throw a clam to your teammate and they can form a power clam, that's a really good strategy to have just enough clams to actually score points, but without being detected. Because when you have a power clam, you are very obvious on the map. People will be able to see where you're located just by checking their map by hitting the X button. But that's only if you have a power clam collected. If you have the little clams, that's not the case. So you don't always want to have a full clam. Having 7 is actually the way to go half the time, because then you can just form one later. And then from there, you can rush in, form a power clam after the fact, and use that power clam to easily rush into the base while not being detected and get yourself that sweet, sweet score, which we need to do because the opposing side did push in and get a lot of points in that push. So they are now in the lead. So they got another one in our base. Definitely don't want that to be a problem. There's our pity. Don't want to pick that up because that will stay on the field for as long as this game will continue at this point. So we want to keep it there just in case that if we can use that for a final push, then someone can grab it and then super jump to the other side and throw the clam in the opposing basket. So we don't want to grab it until we're ready. I guess this guy missed the memo because he grabbed it just to throw it. I don't understand why. Get away. At this point, we're just going to chill back here because I don't want to lose the pity. I do have a special ready. Oh, that's bad. I'm going to jump here because I thought someone was still in the base. And I don't want us to lose this power clam. I hope this is the right play. I really do. Come on. This is the right play. Let's go. Alright, throw them in. Come on. Good. There's the lead change. I was worried because that guy was not approaching. He was just kind of looking at the basket like, what do I do? Do I do anything? I don't know if I do anything. That was kind of scary. We still have the lead here, but because we were scoring clams, we were able to actually give the team overtime. And that's not great because they just need one more clam, and there it is. I could not hit anyone to save my life because I was out of ink. If I was able to hit people, I don't think it would have changed because there was 3 people under our basket. And someone super jumped in with a power clam on standby because they grabbed the pity clam from the base. So that was kind of a lose situation regardless, which sucked because we took it back in the last 10 seconds only to all die at the same time. So because we all died at the very end, no one was ready to defend base. And by the time the opposing basket closed, they were able to throw one into our basket because it immediately drops. How clamplets work with the baskets going up and down is depending on the side specifically in question. So if you're hitting a basket with clams, it's done. It raises up and it'll stay up in the air for a while, so you can't just immediately throw another clam in the basket. But the opposing side's clam, on the other hand, that basket, when it goes up, when the opposing side is scoring, the one at your base, it'll drop right back down the moment the opposing side's basket shuts. So that's how they were able to throw clams into our basket immediately after we were done scoring in theirs, because it immediately became available. So only so much we can do in that kind of situation. I also forgot to change my weapon because I'm still playing Order Slosher. And I usually change because I have 5 kits on standby, and here we are playing Order Slosher again. So we're getting the rare run back of Order Slosher, which that's perfectly fine. Because honestly, a lot of these Sloshers do play very similarly, so there's not too much of a discrepancy between some of the picks I do have. But I'll make sure to still show off as many as I can here, just to kind of get our bases. Even if we don't play 5 games with 5 Sloshers, we'll still look at some. Because we can't even show them all anyways. There are 6 slosher types in the game, and there's only 5 games we would play unless there's a DC. Because if there's a disconnect anywhere, that's when we usually start having extra games, which we don't want, because Clam Blitz is a very long game type. As mentioned before, upwards of 7 minutes, if you're really unlucky with things. Just grabbed the 2. I was gonna super jump, but that inkjet had my number. They're gonna grab that. Yep, okay. So there goes a score immediately. Gonna throw this, see if there's anyone around. There's a slosh around the base area here a little bit, just to push opponents away. Also, you want to ink up the area here too, because clams do not spawn unless the ground itself is painted. And the more it's painted for your team, the more clams will spawn around your area and such. Like, you just have a much higher chance of getting clams when the base and like the rest of the map is painted in your color. Oh, sick. I don't think I have time for this. Maybe I do. Good, I thought I was gonna miss. That legit looked like it was gonna miss. Alright, well, I got a big score in with that, so worth. Oh, my friend missed, but that's okay. Hey, we do have a DC! We are seeing all the buckets! Okay. Didn't want that, but that's okay. This game's a wash. That's unfortunate. Even though, technically, if we win, it won't be a wash, because it's only a wash for the losing side. It's a complicated situation, man. It really is. We might see all the buckets, may not. It really will depend. I'm just throwing down all of my strikes here. This opposing side's gonna have a real hard time now because of the 3v4 situation. Flame Blitz is really a mode you don't want to have a disconnect because you need all 4 people in this mode. If you're down a member, it's really difficult. Like, of all the modes, this is the one you want to play with people in a voice call the most, because this is the one where coordination makes a huge difference. And without having that coordination, it makes things a lot harder. And when you're down a member especially, that coordination is even more key than normal. So, yeah, good luck, guys. Just gonna wish you all the luck. We already had a big push before you had your DC, so it's gonna be worse now. I'm gonna go back because we got this one trying to climb up. Looks like someone got destroyed, so that's good. Drop the big clam. We can't grab their power clam. We can only grab the little clams here, but the opposing side we can't. I know I explained a lot of this before in other Clam Blitz challenge videos, but it's so far and few between we play this mode. It does feel like every once in a while, you probably want a refresher on the game mode when you're playing it, because it is a thing that doesn't show up all that often. Is that 2 clams that we just dropped? Wow, that's not bad. Both of those are going to go poof here in a second. And a teammate of ours was pushing into the base, which, mind you, right now, we don't really need the push for score. If we play defensively, we will win this game because of the lead we have, so it doesn't necessarily matter if we score anymore or not. But we're going to try to push in, try and do what we can here, and at this point, just continue that said push. Trying to be careful here not to get destroyed. Alright, that's okay. They do have their clam, but there's only 1 left. Oh, they're gonna get reefed. Yeah, there you go. That's a clam. They're gonna throw it in. I'm gonna grab these 3. Jump over. It's really key to pay attention to where people are when the basket is popped like this, because you can super jump into the enemy base, especially if you have a stealth jump. You can jump in without being detected and just get some free points. Let me throw a bomb out just to see if there's anyone nearby. Oh yeah, there's the inkjet. And the blob, the blobbler. Ah, 1 shot off. It's kind of close. It might die here in a minute if someone can take them out, but they regain their health, so maybe not. I'm gonna jump over to the left side here because I do see. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna have my teammate here, but I do see the guy with the big clam. Oh, nice. At this point, we pretty much have this in the bag. I'm gonna show back here if they want a free jump. I'll let them know I'm over here for a free jump. They can literally jump to me because it'd be a freebie. Hey, I'm gonna hold this clam because I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I was waiting for it. If it activated overtime, I was just chucking a clam in. It would have instantly ended overtime. But yeah, that you gotta feel bad. They got wrecked. Within the first like minute and a half, they got a DC. So it was just past the cutoff time, but unfortunately because of that, they had to play out the whole game. That other side just did not have a chance at all. So Sometimes it just be that way. Can't really help it. But that was an extra game with our slosher that I wasn't planning on playing. To be fair, pretend that was not the order slosher, but the vanilla one. Same experience, just different coat of paint. No, don't go in with this thing a third time. My gosh. So, at this point, I'm going to actually skip over the blobbler for right now. I'm going to change over into the sloshing machine here and use this for our next game. Because I do want to try to use that one later. We'll see. Depends on the game situation. If we have a DC and lose, then I guess the blob will be in there. But now the blobbler for me is going to be my backup, because I really want to play with these other 3 weapons I have lined up. So let's go ahead and go into game number 3. Hopefully this time without any problems. Still on ink blot, so this is going to be a very ink blot heavy clam blitz session, I feel. Let's jump in. Seems like we all have variety of buckets compared to the other side. They do have 2 tri-sloshers, but it's a nouveau to a normal, so they will have Tacticooler. So there's a difference there. Not the exact same. And I got destroyed by a blob. That's usually the case fighting a blobbler. Because their shots, man, you get like in the line of that bubble shot and it will basically act like a one-hit KO because it just does that much damage all at once. Oh, there it is again. Ah, so satisfying when you get the connection sound with this said weapon. It's so nice. I gotta get away though because of those bombs. Ooh, nice. I got someone with a fizzy bomb. Let's go. Throw another one out. And throw that in. Get another fizzy on standby. Well, I got taken out. So did my friend. Okay. Those cool moves we did were only that. Cool looking. That didn't really mean anything. Our last teammate decided to retreat. That's a good call. Just gonna throw out a random fizzy just to see what would happen. I had a feeling it wouldn't do anything because of the strike situation, but that's okay. Throw this. They do have a pity, but they can't really do anything with it. They do have some tactical power up though, so you want to be careful there. I do have 6 clams, so if I get 2 more, I will form a full-on power clam. I'm gonna retreat. I don't want to use my booyah bomb just yet. It's best to save it from right now because we don't really have anything lined up for a push. If we can get a push to go into their basket, then it'll be a good time to use this. But right now, it's best to hold it. I keep on getting people with fizzy bombs more than the main weapon. I really wish there were like more clams. My god, that's the 3rd fizzy kill. How do I keep on getting fizzy kills? Alright, let's use the booyah bomb now. Throw this. Now we can rush in, because that will give us a little bit of protection for a tiny... My god, dude, that's like the same frame. I clicked the A button the moment I died. So, that was perfect timing on their front. Really bad for mine, but perfect for their front. Okay, careful, because the inkjet. If I can get the stupid jet. It's so hard to fight people with an inkjet from far away, especially when you're using something like a slosher, because they're a little slow for 1, and 2, sloshers in general, some of them are more close range focused, so that does not help. In my situation, I'm a little more of a longer range, but sloshing machine has a little bit of a slower firing rate. It used to be faster, but it was a little overpowered, so one of our updates in this game's lifespan toned down the amount of speed the sloshing machine fired. So it's not nearly as fast as it used to be, which is for the better, really. Because it was a little too much at one point. Alright, if we can get this clam in. Okay, I was this close. 1 clam. 1 clam away from getting another one. We could have had 2 power clams. But that's okay, because 55 to 100, they haven't scored a single point yet. So we can keep this lead up and apparently get a lot more on the board. That's cool. You know, let's put another one in. How about another one? How about another one? Don't mind me. Just keep on adding clams. And don't mind us. We're doing it again. They're having a really hard time, man. They haven't scored a single point yet, and we're already at 75 in total. This is really not looking good for the yellow team. Let me grab another clam here. Throw this. Nice. Teammate got the inkjet user. We have 5 to 6. I'm gonna throw him my clams because we want to form one. Yeah, there you go. See? You're welcome. You're good. Go. I'll cover you. Alright, I don't have any more clams. I thought I had 2 more for whatever reason. I don't know why. There you go. Unfortunately, that was their clam. That's another good set of points. I might have been only 1 point more, but hey, that's still another point on the board for us. That's 76 in total. Okay, I was about ready to fizzy the guy on the way down, which I could have actually killed when you think about it. Scoot around the Ink Storm. Take out Lily here in the front. Charge up a fizzy. I'm just going to use this now, because we do have a clam. I didn't even realize that. That's good timing. All right, let's go. I'm just throwing my clams, trying to get the same frame the basket opens. At this point, it doesn't matter, because I knew it was going to die. I'm just trying my best. But there you go. That game was a pretty sweet game for us. Terrible game if you were the opposing side. But Team Purple all the way, baby. That was a pretty good one. All right, so that's another win under our belt. I'm happy about that. I mean, I kind of feel guilty about the last game's win, but sometimes it just be that way. You can't help this game's connection. Which is funny, because a little bit of behind the scenes talk right now. I'm uploading some stream VODs to my stream archive channel, because I just streamed last night at the time of filming this specific challenge. And my upload speed is getting capped right now because of that specific upload. So I would think I would be the one having the internet problems, because I'm not giving Splatoon as much internet as I normally would. It's using only like a quarter of what it could normally have. So that's saying a lot. I think I may actually hold off using that weapon. I'm gonna go Blob Deco now. This is really weird when I forgot one game. Because I had 2 in a row here using the same weapon because I blanked thinking about baskets. But we're going to use the Blob Deco now. If I actually skip a weapon, then it might actually be Tri-Slosher Nouveau, simply because it plays basically the same as a normal Tri-Slosher, but it's a much faster weapon, and it doesn't have that spread thing like the Slosher does. But Blob Deco here, this is a fun weapon to use as the Blob Blobber. Excuse me, I'm just saying that 10 times fast. The Blob weapon, it shoots out a projectile of bubbles in a straight line. It does a lot of chip damage. It's a pretty powerful one. You usually see this used in things like Rainmaker, SWAT zones, sometimes Clan Blitz, but it's mainly a thing you see a lot in like Rainmaker and zones. But it's more like the casual scene. You don't really see many people using this in higher level, just because people, if they're gonna pick a Slosher, nowadays just usually the vanilla Slosher or Tri-Slosher Nouveau. Just because of how both of those specifically just have really good kits right now. Okay, I had a feeling, but that's okay. I didn't want to pop Kraken there, because I would have just lost the Kraken. The only problem I have with this specific kit is Blob Deco has the angle shooter, and outside of that angle shooter challenge, this thing has been extremely hard to use with no benefit. It doesn't do that much damage. You're only doing 40 damage at most when you hit someone. And that's if you hit them exactly, because that's super hard to do half the time. And then the idea of it being a point sensor that you have to walk in front of if you miss your shot means as a point sensor, it's not really doing much. And at this point, we're just going to use the crab. Not the crab, the Kraken. Gonna use this. Oh, that's a really terrible spot. I could have possibly grabbed that. It was down below, but the guy missed. Threw it on their top platform where the basket is. That's unfortunate. You hate when you miss that way specifically, because when you miss that specific way, the clam is wasted in more ways than one. There you go. Got the lead change. In our clam. I'm just gonna throw this in. Nice. Got another big clam in there, so that's a massive point difference. Now they have a lot more work to do if this opposing side wants to win, because that's at least 2 big power clams worth of a push, or just shy of it, because a big power clam is worth 20. Well, I should just call it power clam in general, because these are clams on the field that we collect. You get 8 of them, and that forms a power clam. That's technically the terminology. So, oh nice, they were about ready to drop Tacticooler. It was a good time to kill. But yeah, we want... Okay, here. No, we're passing it to each other. Oh, we gotta go back. Oh, they zipcast. That's smart. See, you can pop Kraken, Inkjet, or Zipcaster near someone's base, and that will be a super jump point to get to that specific basket now. So you can use that to your advantage to have a free jump point to that basket area. And the Kraken is the one in the past that used to just be, you can jump wherever the Kraken is, but there was something called Kraken Cheese because of that in this mode. So you basically just pop it like halfway in the map, swim over to the basket, and then just park your rear end in front of the basket. And by doing that, you can just let your teammates jump to you at any time, and it's a freebie set of points that you can easily score in the basket. It was too overpowered, excuse me. So that was something that had to be patched out of the game. Now when you super jump the Kraken, it's where the Kraken itself was activated. So if the Kraken was activated halfway in the map, then that's where it has to be for the super jump spawn. You can't just be on the other side of the map now because the Kraken's there. But it's still a thing. You can pop Kraken like in front of a basket and then jump there, kind of like Inkjet and Zipcast. Free jump point. Come on, buddy, get out of here. Oh man, I really want that clam because then I can do this. Oh, come on, I had the thing. How did it not give me enough time to form the big one? Come on, it's still stupid. And I was gonna literally throw the clam behind me to save it, but then Kraken, so I wouldn't die, and take out people in the middle. But no, none of that worked because of weird latency. And they keep on popping our barrier. I don't even know where that guy popped the Zipcast. I don't know where to look for it. Alright, I'm gonna form a clam. Oh boy, get out of here. That's the worst time. The moment I form a clam, too. I'm not even on their map yet, and they knew where I was. Okay, at this point, we gotta be really careful, because if they get a big clam in, the remaining points are gonna drop to 40, and there it is right there. This guy didn't even know where to aim. He was looking in the sky like, where do I aim? Do I go here? There? I don't know. Oh, I'm dead. But that guy was very confused. I don't know what's happening. Nice. I'm gonna pop this. No, you don't. Okay, gotta be careful. I can do this to extend the timer a little bit. That's helpful. And now we got a bigger lead, so they have to make a very big push for overtime just to even get the lead back. So there's no way that this team will be able to score if we push them into the base like this. We got to keep them away. If they get the basket open, overtime extends until the basket shuts. And we got to make sure they can't get a single clam here. At this point, they only have like, what, 5 seconds of that? And that's it. Yep, nope, no more time. That is game. So, minus the first game, we've won every other game at this point. So that's 1 loss and 3 wins. 2.5. I guess, technically, because DC win, it was a win, just didn't feel justified. If anything, we make it like 5 points out of it. So, it barely counts as a win when you think about it for the overall standings. But hey, it is a win, so... We got one more game left to determine our challenge power itself. And as much as I really wanted to use the Tri-Slosher Nouveau, we might actually be skipping that one, because I only want to play 5 games, because... this video so far has already been 30 minutes, and we haven't even finished. And plus side, I got a license. Sweet. Alright, we're going to skip over Tri-Slosher Nouveau, and we're going straight for my last weapon in the setup here, the Dreadringer. This here is very similar to the vanilla Sloshers, specifically because it can slosh around different directions, but it does interesting amount of damage. One slosh does about 42, and then the other here is 48. You collide both of these, and that's a 90. So it's not enough to kill, but the Dreadringer combos off a lot of different things in this game. So there's a good chance that someone might already take damage by the time you encounter them. And if that's the case, you get both your sloshes out, you will kill that opponent. So it's not gonna be a one-shot, but sometimes it might. And this weapon specifically acts kind of like Range Blaster when you think about it. It's a slow weapon, but it has a lot of range. And it is very strong. Now, mind you, I wish I had better kits, because this one has Suction Bomb and Reef Slider, and Dreadrigger D is even worse, because that, for whatever reason, has Point Sensor and Wave Breaker, which, in my opinion, both of those don't work on the weapon at all. They're really weird to put on the Dreadringer, specifically, because Dreadringer works really well with a bomb, doesn't have a bomb. Wave Breaker is good to combo with, but everyone can just jump over it. So it's like not the best special for it, and probably one of the worst subs for it, when you really think about it. It's like, I don't know what that thing was, what they were thinking with it. The Wave Breaker, I have some ideas of like how that could have worked, but then I'm looking at the point sensors, or not the point sensor, the Squid Beacon, sorry. Yeah, Squid Beacon and Wave Breaker. Man, you really focus on trying to survive in a game, you call everything wrong. The classic for me. Oh man, this is gonna be a really fast game. Wow, they already got 42 points remaining. That's bad. Well, it's a good thing on this one we have a lot of quick respawns, so I can just jump in the action really fast, because I'm gonna need to do that. This is not a great start. Doubly so if we get pecked off from a distance by a standard slosher. Break. But yeah, the other Dreadrigger we have with us, they have Squid Beacon and Wave Breaker. Squid Beacon just makes no sense on that kind of a weapon. It's really, really not helpful at all for a Dreadrigger. A lot of other weapons I can see it maybe working with, because you don't necessarily need a bomb with it, but it feels like Dread you really do. And without it, it just really feels weird to play. That's why you're better off just having the normal one. If you're going to play Dreadrigger, just play the normal one in most cases. I mean, not to say there's not a use case for any weapon in the game when you think about it. But as you can see, this guy put a beacon literally right here next to spawn. So I don't think they really know where to put beacons. Which is fair. Most people really don't utilize beacons in this game much, I've noticed. Okay, cool. That guy already took some damage there, so I was a one-shot. I was talking about before. I'm going to pop this. Really hoping someone would have took advantage of that and came with me. It's kind of why I screened this way, so someone can jump. And that's just going to be basically nothing. I mean, we got some points on the board, so it wasn't like that push was all for nothing, but I feel like we could have done more. It's just no one was jumping, so it's unfortunate. No one took the cue. And these point sensors are everywhere. Six Sloshers really wanted to make us known. And now we got some strikes coming in. Have our own Booyah Bombs, so at least we got something to fight back. But man, this is like a very pinned-in game. We barely can move. It's really not good, because I have a clam, I have my special, so we're ready to push in with Reef Slider. But the opposing side is also ready to move in with a clam, and there it is. I'm gonna throw this up, because we're gonna lose this pity. So the thing is, you don't want to pick up the pity clam unless you know you can push in with it. But when you have a pity on the map and then there's another one ready to drop, it's going to eat this clam. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to make sure it didn't happen. At this point, I'm just juggling these things just to see what we can do with it. I mean, it's not the best idea to juggle clams. When you really think about it, you're better off just probably forming a new one. But in this case, it's like I can't really do anything else anyways. I might as well. We really cannot move in. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Take them out. If we get these guys out of there, we can move into the base. But yeah, it didn't look like that happened. Man, this is a really lock-in game. Like, we cannot move. Careful. That bomb was really close. I thought it was going to clip me still. Ah, fortunate. I didn't even know where the guy was anymore when he dropped down. I couldn't see where Agent 6 was exactly, so I didn't know if I should slosh this way, that way. It's like, no, the guy had a better advantage on me when you really think about it. We were both in blind spots, and that's the funny part, too. Well, unfortunately, that's another good push in, but guess what? We can't take advantage of it. There's no else I can do. Holy crap. But I don't have enough. I literally do not have enough clams. Like, I did all that, and it's just a waste. Come on, basket, hurry up. I literally am just dodging everything. Finally. I can't believe I survived for that long. I shouldn't have survived for that long. All right, get more in, get more. Oh, we needed 10 more, man. And that's it. Overtime ends when the basket goes up. So unfortunately, we activated overtime just for it to not matter. Man, at least we got a good push in near the end because that I didn't think was going to happen. But it did. Neat. Wasn't expecting that. All right, well, that was 2 losses and 3 wins now when you calculate that. I've been noticing that's been a trend as of late for these challenges. It's been 3 wins pretty much every time we end them. So my challenge power is probably going to be around the same as the last time we did one of these, around 18 to 19 range. I'm just calling it now. Bonus! Alright, so I'm playing an extra game here. I'm not sure this is actually going to be in the video or not. So I'm going to play it out like it is. This is the Slosher game that I didn't get to play because I selected Slosher twice. Because I forgot. Got busy talking about baskets, forgot about the Slosher. So we're playing an extra game here just to have the said Slosher Nouveau showed off. This one here was going to be my 4th weapon pick, but it just didn't really happen due to me just forgetting and only wanted to play the 5 games. But Slosher Nouveau, we got ourselves Fizzy Bomb and also Tacticooler. Now this is very similar to the sloshing machine kits. That's why it wasn't the worst thing I didn't get to show this. But Tacticooler is its big point to advantage here because with this, we have a lot faster movement, super fast respawn, super fast quick jumps. So no matter how you look at this, it's probably going to be the most powerful kit in this said challenge. It's going to be really versatile in so many different ways. Really good for Clan Blitz. Kind of a shame I just didn't actually use this because, oops, forgot to use Order Slosher twice. Mind you, Order Slosher is just the vanilla Slosher kit, and that specific weapon has been seeing a lot of use in the competitive scene right now. So I guess I was just playing it like any other competitive player, just using the best of the best of that weapon class. But I ain't even trying to, I end up doing that just because. We do need our clam. I don't see... Oh, hey, here we go. Grab that. No easy way for us to move in. So I'm going to actually go back to the base since I want Tacticooler. So I'm going to get that. I'm not going to jump down immediately. I'm going to let my team know there's something here so they can jump back to base. Ooh, nice whiff. I can jump in now because I got the super fast jumping. Nice. They got screwed real bad because of that tactic. Let's go. I'm gonna jump over here. Charge this up, go. I don't know. This guy, oh yeah, he had the special ready to go, but he got demolished. I took out a fist and the user of Splashdown. Let's go. Splashdown cancel with the Slosher, baby. Looks like they got a clam. They're coming around. Oh, they got a second clam. I don't think they'll be able to use that clam over there. They're gonna come around though. Oh, wow, barely. They barely got that shot out. That was a good shot. Oh man, they're getting clams. Stop that. That was someone behind me. At least I got the guy on the ledge, so that's cool. At this point, I don't want to go any further because I want to get this and Tacticooler. Dude, I'm right there. Alright, someone else can grab that clam. That could be salvaged. But we got another one. Oh, okay, maybe not. I was gonna say, we got another one we could use. Oh, wow. How did that miss? Okay, good. It fell. It fell. We salvaged it. That shouldn't have happened, man. We should have missed that entirely. Alright, cool. This is a very weird scoring system. We shouldn't have got that. And let alone getting it twice. Alright, well, that's a good lead. Remaining 22. At the rate we're going, is this actually going to be a knockout? If it's a knockout, I'll be shocked. Because that would be ideal. Can just throw my Fizzy right into the middle here. No more clams around us. I don't see anyone else on our team having clams. You can easily check who has clams by looking at the icons up above. And that includes the big one too, your power clam. I'm gonna just throw this down, let my team know. Checking around. Someone's going around. That's impressive that they got that far. I'm gonna get out of here because they are right in front of me. I know there's an Splosher at least in the middle, but I don't know if anyone else was there. I'm just gonna chuck this normal. Nice. Oh, dang it. And it didn't even matter anyways. I was gonna push ahead if I lived, but it looked like that one... Why? Why, though? Dude, did you forget that the basket was just up? I don't think he was paying attention. Our teammate just threw at nothing. Literally nothing. You don't do that. Pay attention. Ah, man, that was funny. That's a tunnel vision moment. All right, 15 seconds. We're not going to get a knockout, unfortunately. But that's not the end of the world thing, because we are here at the very end of the game with a massive lead. And my teammate's going to get a score in, so we're going to end it with extra points. So, you know what? That's fine. That was not a knockout, but it was very close. And it was a really solid game, so... This is just your little extra game you get at the very end. Kind of my bad I didn't show this weapon off, because I used one twice. That's not happened before in one of these challenges, so you get a little bit of extra video here in your challenge video today. Just a little extra runtime with your extra game. So, that is that. And, well, let's go back to see what our challenge power is. No, not even close. Wow. I guess to be fair, the challenge in question last time, I kept on getting the same score. Barely anyone was playing it in my region. So, 1654 is not good. That's actually a pretty bad score, and I'm shocked because that score was with 3 wins. So people are really going in on the Slosher challenge if that's my set challenge point at this stage in it. Because I streamed this on my Twitch channel last night, and we ended this with 1619, and that did not give us a top 50. I don't think this is a top 50 either. If anything, this might just barely not be it. I think it's around 1700 for the top 50 range, so that's unfortunate. I don't even know how much better I could have really done when you think about it, but sometimes that's just how it goes. Clan Bits is a really hard mode. A lot of people in the solo queue environment just struggle with this one, calling it probably their least favorite ranked game mode of the 4. So, I didn't expect to get the highest power here. I'm not going to be real. Like, I am going to be real, excuse me. I'm not going to be real with this challenge power. It's booty. But I'm going to see if I can work it up here after the said video, so hopefully by the time you're seeing the results, which are now, it's going to be higher, hopefully, than 1654. Didn't get to play with all the Sloshers, but that's my bad. It's okay. We saw a lot of try Slosher. I think that makes up for it. But that's going to do it for today's video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the Supreme Sloshers challenge. Hopefully you got to play it when it was in rotation. If not, hopefully it comes back at some point. And if you want to see more of the Supreme Sloshers challenge, I did the live stream this challenge, as I mentioned, over my Twitch channel. So I will leave a link to that said VOD at the very end of this video and also down in the description below. So check out that stream VOD if you want to see more of the Supreme Sloshers challenge. But with all that said, that's going to do it for today's video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.